Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door or Door Should have come back to you with episode 12 of All of Fabric 6, and today I have been performing shenanigans as usual. I have almost every tree from Croptopia placed. We're actually about to grab a few in a second here. I've figured out that there's hunger plates from Dark Utilities. They aren't that expensive, actually, so I do recommend using these if you're trying to do a lot of food. Of course, it doesn't really take a whole lot out of you. It only gives you hunger 1, and you can stand on it for as long as you want, but I've been just kind of running back and forth on the 3 that it gives me. And then, occasionally taking off the crystal heart, running back and forth, and that way I'm losing a lot of hunger, so I'm able to take more food. Just kind of simple things like that. I've been working on the farms, I've been getting the tree stuff going, and I also quickly went ahead and made a market block. The market block is actually not expensive at all. It requires wood, red wool, and some planks, and you'll get this. Let's actually grab some emeralds before I open it up here. So instead of hunting for all your seeds, you could do this. So for example, I don't have an avocado or avocado, whatever you want to say. So I click on this. I put a sapling in here. I click on the sapling. There we go. I also do not have an apricot sapling. Apricot sapling. Here we go. And we could quickly just grab that. All right. Now we have every single flower or every single sapling in the game. And I have a list of every one that's over here. So that's how I know these are the only ones that I don't have. I've spent some time, right? Kind of delving into this whole situation to get it solved as quickly as possible. So we are going 1, 2 here, 1, 2 there. What in the world are you? I'm not 100% sure why he spawned behind this, but okay. He's registered as the market block. And of course, there is just a whole lot of seeds. It looks like we have others, so we could get bone meals. We could get all the types of saplings if we wanted to. Basically, every sapling that I've went and hunted down. If there's anything that I don't have from the actual seed-wise, I could come in here and I could actually find them. Of course, I believe it looks like it's all Croptopia, with very, very few other seeds in here. So, I'm not going to be able to find everything I would like. But, it'll work. It's definitely a start. So, for example, the green onions, one that was kind of difficult to find, I could buy it, right? So you don't have to go hunt and find this in the savanna biome or the jungle biome or anything like that. And I kind of want to just bring that to your attention. Fantastic thing. And it is actually in the quest book. It is right over here, along with the chicken nest, which of course collects eggs. So you wouldn't need a hopper. It's actually cheaper than a hopper as well. You have the feeding trough, which of course is just golden carrot, hay bale, planks, definitely some useful stuff. The fertilizer, I got the agriculture, not accidentally. I got this from an agriculture loot bag, and it just prevents trampling. We've also got, of course, the red one, which speeds up growth. I'm not sure how long these last, or if they're permanent, but if we had this, of course, we can make things go a little faster. This one increases crop output. So there's pretty cool stuff we could get into, and I haven't got into these yet. But I did get into the watering can. I got quite a few of these quests done. It looks like I'm missing the coconut chocolates, which I'm pretty sure I could actually make if I had any more cocoa mass. Do I have any more of that laying around? It looks like I do, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. We're going to hop onto something else here. Let's open up this, and we're going to toss this in here. These are all the foods that I cannot craft anything further with. These are all basically completely and utterly food, right? There's nothing incentivizing me to eat whatever one. For example, cheeseburgers would be pretty good. Some of these are still in here that I just haven't got around to eating. But, let's clear off my favorites. And let's look at some brewing. How about that? Vinery's brewing. I'm not even 100% sure about this yet. So we have apple juice, okay? So we need a wine bottle. Let's grab some wine bottles. Let's go for apple juice first. Do I have any bottles in here? I do. Okay. And I should have the ability to make a couple here. And then, couple those. Let's see. Do we have any apples? I do. Perfect. All right. So you can see over here that I made a few more things just off camera. We've got a wood fire oven, an apple press. All of this stuff is actually very, very simple to make. It's just, a few things from Vinery. And then back here, I made a cooking pot, or well, I took the cooking pot and actually started using it instead of the Farmer's Delight one. All you need is a stove, put the cooking pot on top, and you're good to go. It doesn't require any kind of fuel, which is fantastic. And of course, I made some jam a little bit ago, which you need a cherry jar for, and you have a whole bunch of different types here. And, these aren't that expensive glass and all of that stuff. If you guys really do want me to go over any of this stuff, I really can. It's just, a lot of it is just repetitive. So keep that in mind. So we put a wine bottle in here. No, which machine? What is that? Okay, an aging barrel. Is that apple juice, though? How do I make apple juice? All right, so we actually need to put an apple in here and grab an aging barrel. So what is an aging barrel? And I think from this point on, we're going to do some Vinery. We're going to get into winemaking. I want to kind of do this stuff on camera for a little bit until I get the grasp of things. I genuinely don't 100% know much about this stuff, but we're going to try and figure it out. A robust, vigorous grape can be found in temperate biomes. Cold biomes can be found in warm biomes. All right, so let's grab some red grapes and some of the just white grapes. So I don't know how these are planted, but I thought you could just plant them on normal ground. So let's go over here. No? All right, let's see. And I can't place them. I thought I was able to just place one in here, wasn't I? Let me be right back. It might help if I actually just grabbed the seeds. I'm just going to plant some out here. Just going to kind of go through. And if we wanted to, we could actually grab our watering can, which will actually act as bone meal. And where do I have a sink on me? I thought I did. This, nope, not that. This should actually work, and we can cut down this grass in a second here. No? Okay. I think the problem with this sink, by the way, and this is actually something I learned in FTB Legend of the Eyes, is the granny sink is considered a tank, while this one is not considered a tank. So keep that in mind. If you're using it on a farm like this, you can actually just hold right-click here, and once you run out of water, it'll just instantly fill. So, if you get a farm full of stuff, go for it. Okay? But, since we have some grapes, let's get into getting a few things here. So, an aging barrel. And we'll need that anyway, so let's actually quickly craft that up. Alright, so I'm going to need planks, and I'm going to need spruce slabs. Let's grab a couple more here. Doesn't really matter which kind of slabs, but we'll go with it. Alright, and then we need some sticks. So this and this here, there's our aging barrel, okay? And that completes this. One of the things that I'm gonna say real quick before we get any further is this quest book. Do not follow it 100% because it is very, very confusing at times, right? So, for example, I need the aging barrel, but there's a quest for apple juice. This quest should be linked to this because I can't get apple juice any other way. It really throws me off. If something doesn't seem correct, it's most likely because it's not. There's quite a few things in here that just do not make a whole lot of sense. For example, the filtering cloth and this should be flipped because you need this before you really need this to make this. or actually not even to make this, to make this. So you kind of need this to make this, to make this, to make these, and then craft all of that together to make that. Does that make any sense? Some of the stuff in here is definitely a little bit more confusing than it should be. But you will, of course, unlock all of the quests at once, but it just seems like it's a very confusing process, especially if somebody were newer to this kind of stuff, right? So, anyway, let's make a pot. So we just actually need a few things, and it might be actual spruce that I need for this, okay, it is. So yeah, this is one of those things we're going to need to actually use the proper blocks here for. Do I have any spruce? I do. Alright. Kind of strange seeing stuff actually be like forcefully used kind of thing, not like loosely used. But alright. Let's grab some more grapes. Let's go for some green grapes. Right? We're gonna kind of fill this up here. And we're just gonna jump on this. Okay? Alright. After harvesting your first grapes, you can either just eat them or put them into a pot and crush them while jumping and walking around. Extract the grape juice from the pot. So we're gonna need wine bottles. There we go. White grape juice. Okay. And then we could actually go grab, some red. Or yeah, they are red grapes. Look purple to me, but that's okay. Alright, there we go. Jump on it. Nope. And then we actually just need the empty wine bottles. There we go. We got green and we've got red grape juice. Then this stuff can be aged to make different types of wine. Fantastic. Cherry wine. And I'm not sure how the rest of this will go, right? Also, you need a wine bottle to take this wine bottle. That don't make any sense, but that's all right. All right, so we've got two different kinds of wine. We've got magnetic wine and we've got chorus wine. All right, and I'm actually going to plop this aging barrel down here for right now. Actually, I guess all of our stuff is out there, isn't it? So we'll move everything. I'm probably going to take a quick nap here. All right, so we're aging the wine here. So we've got our first noir wine, and I'm assuming all of these are down here at the bottom, right? Okay, so it's just checking, making sure you actually made a wine. What in the world? Oh, he's drowning his llamas. Okay. But we could actually take this apple mash, take a wine bottle. There we go. And then, of course, now we can make different stuff with this as well. And here's another thing. And I just realized this. Down here is apple wine. So this should branch off to this or something. I don't know. Like, there needs to be something else right there. That's all I'm saying. Alright, and we got vegetable noodles, cheeseburgers. Okay, we're just going to toss that stuff in there for right now. But if we grab cherries, which I should have some somewhere. Ooh, well, these actually don't work. These are not the right cherries. Because there is Vinery cherries. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, I don't think I have any cherries. I might have a sapling for a cherry seed or cherry tree. Let's see. If I just press Y on this. Okay, so down in this chest here, we've got a couple. All right. Let's go outside the wall and plant these for right now. So I'm not sure how you harvest the cherries on these trees. That's another thing. Okay, so you just need to, like, it's a variable chance, it looks like. All right. All right, let's plant a couple more of these trees out here then. There we go. And of course, let's light under these trees as well real quick. Just so we don't have, like, stuff camping out near here. Alright, that should be decent. Alrighty. So now we should be able to make cherry wine, or cherry red wine. And I'm pretty sure there's, like, more complicated wines we could make as well, because there was quite a few, right? Because this is an ore filter, so you've got chestnut wine, Miss Littlest wine, noir wine, Boulevard wine, and cherry wine. Man, people are whining a lot. Alright, so let's see. So if I toss this in here and the red grape juice, and we get a couple more wine bottles, this should make cherry wine. Remember, these are all different types of food as well, so we can... Ooh. Oh, you can actually place them down, and you just right-click to pick them up. Fancy. Alright, let's take some noir wine. Take some cherry wine. And cherry wine seems to give you regeneration, which is a fantastic thing. Good thing blood magic isn't in here. I'd get cherry wine drunk. If you do not understand, blood magic requires pricking of your finger, which is losing health. Oh my. My oh my. Okay, so this is like... Oh, so you need red Savannah grape juice. A light red grape juice used to craft wines with the ability to increase strength or haste. Okay, so this, like, gets complicated. White wine, which is white jungle grape juice. Okay. Clark wine, which, of course, is white Savannah grape juice, or Solaris wine, which is white taiga grape juice. All right. Kelp cider. That sounds disgusting. We can make cider, apple juice, and sugar, or we can make apple wine with honey bottles. I think I have honeycomb over here. Yeah, okay. Can I make bottles of honey with this stuff? Honey bottle. It does not look like I can. Well, that is fantastic. Alright, gonna have to go find a nest or something, maybe? I don't think I have any honey bottles left. Do you got anything honey-wise? No. Alright. Well, we'll hold off on that one, and we'll just quickly make up some apple cider. There we go. Improved regeneration and 4+ max health. That actually does not sound terrible. Not at all. And I actually love the bottle. Like, look how cool these textures are. Alright. And that is regenerate. Oh no, it's actually called improved regeneration. They have made their own enchant or own effect. Huh. You can only put certain items in here, which is a good thing. Like, from what this is saying, it looks like you could just do a whole bunch of stuff. Alright. Let's go back in here. So we got the cider. There's a wine box. Makes your favorite wine decor. Storage for wine bottles. Shift right click with an empty hand to open. Huh. Okay. Well, there is some interesting stuff nevertheless, right? Vinery has kind of been explored. But there is a hops in Croptopia. So you can actually make beer. Okay, so it's not like a complicated system. I was just curious. Because I have found hops. Which is interesting. Alright. So, of course, I definitely want to do more Vinery, but this is going to be a little bit of finding a whole bunch of grapes from different areas, savanna, jungle, taiga, and getting all of those and then making the appropriate juices to then make the wines. We do have wine bottle storage as well, but I'm not going to really get into that this episode. So, honestly, this chapter is kind of coming to a close. Now, there's a few things, of course, that I can't get, like the nether watering can. I can make the feeding trough, the chicken's nest, green, red, fertilizer, all the wines. But we could actually quickly look at this section here. Just kind of finishing up this chapter with a few odds and ends that I don't feel comfortable taking care of off camera. So let's check out this. So we need rope. All right, so we need rope, which is in this chest right there. And the reason we need this rope is to make a safety net, which the safety net can then make a basket, maybe? No. I'm not 100% sure why we're making a safety net. But that's okay. Ooh, it's bouncy. Hold on. You know what? For science, right? I gotta make sure I set my spawn over here real quick before I do this. For science and all other forms of research, right? So let's quickly ascend the Tower of Crops, which I don't think you guys have seen how many crops I've planted. Let's see if the safety net is really that safe. All right. My luck, I'm gonna miss it. Oh, actually, that is pretty cool. Oh, the safety net actually is pretty nifty. All right, I'll take it. I was expecting to die. I really was expecting to die on that one. That was a very stupid thing to try, but it's okay. Because what? That's like 100+ blocks. I think the Y level up there is like 112. So that's like a decent chunk of blocks. It's like 60 blocks, not 100, but still, that is a lot of blocks. All right. And then we can also put the grape seeds away. I'm going to actually throw them in here with the grapes themselves and put the wine stuff in there as well. All right. So next we have a basket from Farmer's Delight, which requires canvas, which requires straw, which is wild rice. It's also like a 20% chance you could obtain it from tall grass. Hmm. Rice Pinnacle. What is this? Okay. Actually, I know how to do this then. I just need to go grab rice from over here. If you don't know, since Croptopia is kind of being used to replace the rice, which is this recipe, if you can actually plant this stuff in water. So for example, right here, which is the Farmer's Delight version of the rice, and that I could actually come in here and bone meal this to make that the rice, whatever it's called. This would basically be the same thing that you're making over there, but it just is grown in water rather than like a normal seed. And I could come over to the cutting block, which is over yonder. Where is my knife? I thought I threw it in one of these, yes. All right. And then the cutting block. Just like that. You have 4 of those, which means we have 1 piece of canvas. Let me get a few more pieces of this canvas, and I'll be right back with you. Man, this is Farmer's Delight is a fantastic mod, though. It really is. Like, I think they thought of everything with that, like, that cutting board. All right. So let's try. So we actually have, like, different types of stuff. Canvas signs, canvas rugs. You can even make scaffolding with it. Make books if you really wanted to, but we do need bamboo. I should have a few pieces of bamboo somewhere. Actually, I think it might be in one of these bags, maybe? No? No, it's actually in here. All right, 4 pieces of this. So I did quickly look at what this block is because I didn't want to go into this completely blind, but I want to show you what this actually is. So basically, it's an inventory, right? Just, you know, your kind of casual inventory. And the cool thing, it picks up items. It picks up... But it looks like... Let's see. See if we can kind of demonstrate what I'm thinking this fully does. Because I don't know if I 100% understand what this fully does. I need a water bucket of some sort here. Where is a bucket? There we go. Let's go grab a thing of water. And if I wanted to, I could use this for collection of certain items, right? For example, if I wanted to have a farm like this and have an auto, you know, just auto cropping system, right? Or auto harvesting system. That's what I was thinking. I could make this all flow down into a basket. So if I think about this correctly, no, okay. So it only can operate from this one side, but you can see that it did pick it up. So for example, if we were to do this, and let's quickly throw the basket in the ground here, which this is water loggable, by the way. So this could be put in the center of your farm. Say this is your farm, you know, you've just turned on the water. You drop this in here, that basket is going to pick up all of the items directly when they go on top. Why is there Obama? Okay, anyway. So I could see this actually being a quite useful block if like especially if you were doing like a straight up kind of vanilla-esque playthrough, having this basket could make things a lot simpler and a lot cheaper because getting to this isn't that difficult. Hoppers, on the other hand, you would need them, but the basket could be useful for like an early game farm. I think that's cool. Definitely something that I wouldn't really draw my attention to if I wasn't looking through this quest. I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly. Um, yeah, I mean, cool. What is this stuff? I haven't really looked at all this, but there's like the best armor apparently. A quantum upgrade. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, complete all of them. That's not like that hard, I would think. I mean, Ad Astra, I could probably juggle through that pretty quickly. The Angel Ring, which is like stupidly expensive, I know that. And that requires Ad Astra too. And 400 billion power. I don't even know how in the world you make 4 billion power. How in the world is it? Okay, we'll probably figure that out. Um, wow. Hmm. I honestly have no words for that. But we do have spirit, so that's not impossible. Kill Ender Dragon to unlock challenges. Okay. And apparently the Ender Dragon looks a little difficult or something. Like, I'm not even sure. But I think, like, the Ender Dragon, or the Ender Dragon Egg Cipher. It's not even in here, is it? That's alright. But I think for now, we're going to wrap up this episode. So we got, you know, into Vinery a little bit here. We got into completing up a few more quests, but I think next episode, I think it might be time to try and get into Spectrum a little bit. I know I need a lot more amethyst shards, but I'm going to need to find amethyst shards. So maybe not next episode, but maybe next week sometime. I hopefully will have enough time to get into it. That's one of my problems. Is like I really could be hunting for amethyst. I mean, I spent hours getting all of this stuff, all the trees, all the farms up. So I probably could have been looking for amethyst, but it really I've been trying to get as many hearts as possible because, getting one shot is something I'm trying to not do in this season, and it's already happened quite a lot. So I'm trying to prevent that. But we're also going to need to get further into technology, get further into armor, and a few other things along the lines. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!